All right, we are live. How about that? Welcome, everybody. I am Michelle Valenti, with the American Parkinson Disease Association. And today is August the 6th, 2025 already. We are going to be doing a seated class today. And we're going to use these balls. Okay, these are real light and very squishy. So if you have something like that at home, go ahead and grab those out. You don't need them yet, but we are going to be using them here in a little bit. If you don't have a ball at home, I recommend maybe a small, soft pillow, or you can use a light weight also, okay, to do most of these. Now, if the weight gets to be too heavy, certainly put that down. You don't have to have the ball to do these exercises, though. All right, so let's start with our warm-up first. We're going to start by sitting up nice and tall with our feet about shoulder width apart. Our shoulders are back and down, okay? Let's put our arms down to our sides, straighten them out. And we're going to lift our arms up straight next to our heads, look up to the ceiling and take a deep breath in. And then exhale as we reach down for our toes. Good. Inhale, we're going to reach up over our head again and stretch up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. And exhale and fold and reach down for our toes. Good. Try to keep your head above your heart as we're leaning down. And let's do that a couple more times. Reach up and stretch. Take a deep breath in. And exhale and fold. Good. And last time, inhale and reach up. And exhale and fold. Nice. All right, and we're going to sit up nice and tall again. Bring our arms out to the sides. They don't have to be shoulder height, but we want to try to straighten them out and do some small circles forward and around. Good. Just feel that nice tall spine if you can. We're sitting up with our feet about shoulder width apart. And we're going to take some deep breaths in and out. Good. All right. Bring those arms back down. And now we're going to go straight up in the front and straight down. Straight up in the front and down. Up and down. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Now we're going to go up and open and back in and down. Up and open and in and down. Good. Up and open, in and down. Up and open, in and down. Let's do two more like that. Open, in and down. Up and open and in and down. Good. All right, now let's go in and out. Straighten and bend in. Straighten and bend in. So this is the one where we want to actually look out at our arms and see how straight we're getting those elbows, okay? We also want to open those fingers wide. You can see them right in front of us. So stretch through those fingers. So this really helps warm up all the joints in our arms and our hands. We also are practicing straightening those arms. Sometimes they don't get real long, so we're going to really do that here. Now let's do that same move, but this time we're going to go out to the sides and straighten our arms. Straighten out and bend in. Good. Nice job. Few more like that. Good. Now we're going to take our hands and make a fist right in front of our shoulders. Okay? And we're going to do some small circles forward and around. Okay, kind of like we're pedaling a bike with our hands. Good. Now as we go, we're going to get bigger and bigger with those circles. to where we start turning our waist a little bit to get those arms real big and around. Good. There you go. Real big, almost like a forward swim now. Good job. Good job. Keep going. That's it. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's stop those arms, shake them out a little bit, and let's put our hands on our lap. We're going to stretch our neck a little bit here. So slowly bring that chin down towards the chest. Lower those shoulders down. Now let's lift that chin and stretch it up towards the ceiling. And then back down again towards our chest. And up again. And down. Good. And one more time. Nice and big. And down. Good. And let's bring our head straight up forward again. And now we're going to turn it side to side. So this one, we want to really make sure we're not overdoing it. Just take your time here. Turning that head side to side with those shoulders relaxed. Just trying to get a little movement going here in our neck. Good. And let's come back to the center. Let's do a little bit of a head tilt. Okay, so we'll take our right ear and tilt it toward our right shoulder. It might be very small. That's okay. And back up. And then let's do the left side, left ear to the left shoulder. And up. Let's do that again. Right ear to the right shoulder. And up. And left ear to the left shoulder. Good. And up. All right. Now, let's start with our waist a little bit. We're going to put our hands on our hips, sit up real tall. We're going to try to twist side to side. Okay, keep those shoulders back. Start turning at your waist if you can. Should be feeling that nice little turn through your ribs and through your core. Good. Now I'm going to let go of my hips. I'm going to try to bring my hands around behind me. Okay, that makes me turn a little bit further. You can really feel that through my ribs. Good job. Let's keep going. About 4 more turns. Nice and easy, but nice and big too. All right, so now I'm going to put my arms straight out in the front. I'm going to make sure my feet are about shoulder width apart, okay? Keeping myself balanced here. I'm going to reach forward, bending at the waist. Reach, and then I'm going to sit up and pull back to open my chest. Good. Reach forward. We're going to try to keep our head up and pull back. Good. Reach and bend forward. As you're reaching, squeeze that core in. Pull back. Good. Reach and pull back. Reach and pull back. So we start feeling this in our core, especially our lower abs and our lower back. 3 more times, nice and slow and big. 2 and 1. Good. All right, bring those arms down. Okay, now we're going to start with our feet, just with a little toe tap here. So lifting those toes up, giving them a nice solid tap down into the floor so we feel that floor with our feet. Good. And now we're going to switch that to our heels. Squeezing those calves, striking those heels down into the floor nice and hard. Good. Let's do it back and forth. Toes, then heels. Toes, then heels. Really trying to feel those ankles and calves here while we're doing this too. Squeezing our ankles and calves. Good. All right, now let's just lift the toes up and spin on our heels out, and then lift them up and spin on our heels in. So we're tapping out and in, out and in. Good. Nice and wide. We're starting to open those hips a little bit. Good job. Out and in, and out and in. All right, and back to the center. We're going to start with a little march in our seat. And all we're doing is lifting those legs up one at a time. Okay? Concentrate on trying to get them up about the same height if you can. And what I mean by that is if one leg doesn't work as hard as the other, sometimes we're going to really focus on that and really try to get both legs to move the same. I'm going to add a little bit of an arm swing here. So my opposite arm comes up with my leg. Nice. And that kind of helps get those legs up sometimes. Now you can go as fast or as slow as you want with this. I'm concentrating on bigger movements, so I'm going slower here. Good job. All right, now let's just do one leg at a time and see if we can get it up even higher. Okay, so starting with that right leg, we're going to lift it and we're going to reach it up towards our chest. That's how high we're trying to get it. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Left leg, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, we're going to do some step outs now, side to side. Starting with that right leg, we're going to lift it, step out to the side, and lift it back in. Then the left leg, out to the side, and back in. So we're stepping out, stepping in. Remember that stepping in part is really important, so we're not dragging our feet. We're really trying to get those hips working here. So you're pretending you're stepping over something, over and back. Nice job. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Nice. Out. And 4 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. Quick drink here, if you need it. Anybody need water that doesn't have it? All right, so we are going to go ahead and grab these balls to start doing some work with here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Can you get it, Narina? Got it? Get that one, Nora? Here. You have yellow like me. All right, Tom's got his. Okay. So I really like these balls for several reasons. One thing, they work your hands because you're squeezing them the whole time. And the other thing is it's a really good target. Okay, so sometimes when I say straighten your arms, you might bring your arms out to here and not really notice, right, where your fists are or anything. But when you have the ball in your hands, you can really see that ball out in front of you. So it's a nice target, and we're focusing on straightening those arms for right now. Okay, so we're going to hold that ball straight out in the front. Our arms are straight. Our feet are about shoulder width apart. We're going to start with some twisting here, okay? So we want to take that ball. We want to twist it to our right as far as we can go with those straight arms. and back to the center, and then as far to the left as we can go, and to the center. Good. So we go right, center, left, center. Good. Right, center, left, center. Keep those arms as straight as you can get them. And left. Good. Right. Keep that ball straight out in front of your chest. Right and left. Right and left. 2 more times each way. Right and left. Right and left. Good. All right, just kind of bring that ball in, kind of bend your elbows a little bit for right now. So your arms are going to get tired holding them out straight like that. Now, we're going to take that ball once again straight out in the front. We're going to try to take that ball up over our head as high as we can go. And then we're going to pretend we're going to slam it down into the floor. Okay? And then lift it up high again and slam it down into the floor. Good. Lift and slam. Nice. Lift and slam. Good. So we're working that core. We're trying to keep our arms straight here. And down. 4 more times. Up and down. Up and down. 2 more times. Up and down. Up and down. Good. All right, now let's put that ball in just our right hand. They're nice and squishy. So we're going to hold it with our right hand. We're going to start a little bit of a pattern here with this ball. We're going to push the ball out in the front, and then we're going to go up. All right? So we go straight out, straight up, straight out, straight up. Good. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. One more time. Up and down. Let's try that left side. Same thing. We're sitting up nice and tall. We're pushing our arms straight out, in, straight up, down. Out, in, up, down. Now pay attention to the straightening part. Once we get going, sometimes we do smaller movements so you can keep your eye on that big ball. Okay, so we go out, in, up, down. Let's do 2 more on this side. Up, down, out, in, up, and down. All right, so we're going to switch back to our right hand. We're going to add our leg movements with this. When we go out, we're going to kick forward with the same leg. So right leg, we kick, we push out, we bring it in, then we go up, lifting our knee, and down. So out, in, up, down. Kick, in, and knee. Good. Kick, in, and knee up. Nice. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up. One more time. Out, in, up, and down. Left side now. Same thing. We kick when we punch our arm out straight, and we bring our knee up when we go up with our arm. All right, ready? Out, in, up, down. 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 Out, in, up. Last time. Out, in, up, and down. Good. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of a pattern here, and we're going to do a pyramid where we add on reps and then come back down with reps. Okay? So here's what I'm talking about. We're going to do one first. Okay, one side, then the other. So we'll go out, in, up, down. Then we're going to switch to the left side and do the same thing. Then we're going to switch back to the right and we're going to do 2 on that side. Okay? And then we'll switch to the left and we'll do 2 on the left side. We're going to do that till we get up to 4 repetitions on each side, and then we're going to go back down. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I want you to try to be thinking of that too. So it's a little cognitive exercise as well. Don't worry, I'll be calling it out. I want you to try to think how many reps are next. Okay? So start with that on the right side. Remember, we're starting with 1 rep on each side and then building up to 4 and back down. Ready? Out, in, up, down. Switch, out, in, up, down. Switch, out, in, up, down. Again, out, in, up. Now switch to 2s. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Switch to 3s. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up. Now switch. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up. Now switch for 4s. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up. And switch. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up. And switch to 3s. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up. And switch. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up. Switch to 2s. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up. And switch. Out, in, up, down. Out, in, up. And last time, switch for 1s. Up, down, and out, in, up, and down. Nice job. All right, we got a lot of movement into that for that one exercise. And we were having to think the whole time, which tires me out even more. All right. Once again, we're going to practice our straight arms. But this time, we're going to go different movements. So we're going to start with that ball out in the front with our straight arms. And we're going to start with circles, okay? Circling one way. Okay, and we're going to get bigger and bigger with those circles. Keeping our arms straight. Okay, so check those arms. Make sure they're straight as you can go. And we're not only feeling this in our back and shoulders, we're feeling it in the core as we're lifting that ball high in those big circles one way. All right, now we're going to stop and we're going to go backwards, starting small. Straight arms out in the front. And we're going to go bigger now, keeping those arms straight. Really working that core now in our back and our shoulders. Good job. Keep it big. Keep it big. such a small movement, really, but it's really powerful, and we're using a lot of muscle here. And rest. Good. So hopefully you felt that in your shoulders a little bit. We're turning them. We're also turning that stomach a lot of different ways. All right. We're going to bring that ball back down to the side with our right hand. Okay, and then we're going to take that ball, we're going to try to lift it up like we're doing a jumping jack up towards our ear and down. Okay, let's put our other hand on our hip. We're going to go up and down. Straight arm, up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Let's try the other side. Straight arm. Up and down. Up and down. Try to keep that arm as straight as you can, bringing up close to that ear. Good. Working those backs and shoulders again. And a couple more times. All right. Switch back to your right hand. Now, we're going to do that half jumping jack. Okay. So we're going to use our legs this time. Same arm movement. Okay. So as we come up with our arm, our heel comes out to the side, half jack. Let's do 8 on our right and 8 on our left. Nice big arms. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and switch. 1, 2, big arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. All right, we're going to go back out in the front again. This time, instead of a big circle, we're going to do a figure 8. Okay? So you're going to start small, making a figure 8 in front of your body. Okay? My feet are going to stay nice and wide. And then I'm going to start getting bigger with that figure 8. We're going to go one way. Figure 8 and bigger and bigger. Okay? Keeping your arms straight. We're going to get big movements in our core, our ribs, our arms, and our shoulders. Think about making that big figure 8 with your ball, keeping those arms straight. We're going to do one more big one, and then we're going to stop in the middle and then go the other way. You have to think about it a little bit. Start small. Start small, and then get bigger. Keeping those arms straight. Lots and lots of movements in your shoulders and your core. Good. Figure 8. Figure 8. And let's do a couple more real big ones. Those shoulders should be feeling it now. All right, and bring that in. Nice job. All right, we're going to do our second set of jumping jacks, starting on the right side. Remember, our right heel goes out, our right arm goes up for 8. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, we're going to put those balls down and grab a quick drink because we're going to switch to our weights now. Now, when we start to do movements with our weights, if they are too heavy for you, just put them down, okay? We're going to do some leg work too as we're doing our arms with the weights. We're first going to start with just high knees, okay? And we're going to do a front raise. So we're going to keep our arms as straight as we can. And as we lift our right knee up, we're going to lift our right arm up and down. Okay, then we'll go to the left. All right, we're going to do 20 of these. All right, we want to try to stay sitting up tall. We want to try to keep our arms as straight as we can. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Same side here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Next up, we're going to do arm curls. Same thing. We're lifting those knees, and we're going to do 20 of them. All right. Curling the same side, starting with the right side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knees come up real high. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, one more exercise while we're lifting our legs. This one's going to be a little trickier, okay? We're going to do our chest movement, okay? It's kind of half in between a fly and maybe a hook or uppercut. So our elbows are kind of bent, okay? Comes up in front of the chest. You're squeezing your arm, your chest, and your shoulder here. We're going to go back and forth again for 20. Lifting those knees high. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Now we're going to switch just to plain core, starting with side bends. Okay. I'm going to stay forward in my seat, and I'm going to hold on to my weights. Now, you don't have to touch the floor with your weights to feel your sides. Okay. We're going to go back and forth, so we go to the right, up, and then to the left, up. We always want to stop in that center again, okay? We don't want to start leaning forward like this. We want to stay up tall and use our sides. So this is where we're going to feel it, right here, above your hip bones and under your ribs. All right, for 20, ready? 1, 2. Now, as you do these, you can get a little deeper down as your body starts to become a little used to it, more flexible. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, take a couple deep breaths. We're going to do that same pattern over again, starting with front raises and a leg lift. Okay? We're going to do 20 of those. The straightest arms you can get. So remember, we start with the right side, then move to the left side, 20 of them sitting up as tall as we can. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice high knees here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, does anybody remember our next upper body movement? Arm curls. High knees again. All right, ready? Start with that right side. 1, nice high knees. 2, and curl those arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have one more upper body with those legs up. That's our chest. Now remember those slightly bent arms, it's a little bit of an awkward movement. You guys did them really good. It's kind of like a hook, kind of like a chest fly. All right, so for 20, ready? 1, 2, 3. Squeeze that core and get those legs up there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Last set of side bends now. We're going to do 20 of them again. All right, sitting up tall. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Really work on those sides. Squeeze them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're going to put your weights down. We're done with those. So grab a quick drink. We're going to finish stretching. Going to make sure we get our arms and legs as long as we can here. So we're going to start by stretching the back of our legs. And we want to scoot to the front of our chair and kick our right heel out nice and straight if we can. Now you can hold on to your chair with your left hand if you want, if that makes you feel more comfortable. We're going to take our right arm and straighten it out right over our leg. And then we're going to reach forward and down towards our toe. Now you don't have to touch it. We want to keep that arm straight and our leg straight. You feel that nice big stretch in the hamstring here. If you can, you're going to reach a little further down for that toe. Ooh, Ooh, nice big stretch there. All right, sit up. Should really feel that. Let's try the left leg now. Okay. I'm going to hold on to the chair with my right hand. My left leg is straight. My left arm is straight. And I'm just going to bend down. I'm going to pretend I'm reaching for that toe. You don't have to touch the toe. Keep your arm as straight as you can. And then slowly dip down a little further if you want. We're going to hold this for a little while, so you're going to really feel that stretch in the back of your leg, your calf and your hamstring. You're also going to feel that lower back a little bit. All right, now we're going to sit up and we're going to scoot to the back of our seat. So we're going to attempt to stretch our hips and glutes a little bit, right up in here. So let's keep our left foot down and bring our right leg up and over the top. Now, let's see if everybody gets there. Okay, pretty good there. So we can keep it just like this. It automatically starts opening up that hip area, but we're going to try to get a deeper stretch now by taking our knee and pulling it up and in towards our opposite shoulder. Okay, so I'm almost twisting now. And this will really open up that right glute a little bit more, right hip area. Also that lower back on the right side. This is a hard stretch. I want to make sure you're breathing through it. Good. All right. Now we're going to take our hands, place them on that inner thigh on our right leg, and push that leg down. Okay. As we're pushing down, think about also pushing it away from your body to open up the top of your hip here, the hip flexors. If you want, you can wiggle that top toe around a little bit, opening up that ankle. Good. All right, let's put that foot down and let's switch sides. So, keeping our right foot down, we're going to bring our left foot up and over the top. We're going to try to open up that left glute and hip more by taking our knee and pulling it up and over towards that left or that right shoulder. So big twist again in our body. Should feel that in your left glute and hip area, also the lower part of your back again. All right, now let's take our hands on that left inner thigh and push that leg down. Nice and easy. Gets real tight in there. If you want, while you're holding it down, you could wiggle that top toe around a little bit. Good job. All right, let's put both feet on the floor. And now let's do a twist in our waist. So we're going to scoot to the back of our seat. And then take both hands to your right side of your seat. Grab your chair and twist your body around as far as it'll go. We're going to hold it here and breathe. Good. Back to the center. Let's try the other side now. Grab the left side of your seat with both hands and turn and twist as much as you can and hold it. Once again, we're taking those breaths in and out. Good. And let's come back to the center. We're going to clasp our hands together in the front and straighten our arms out. Okay, roll those shoulders forward and drop that chin down towards your chest. You should feel this in your upper back and shoulders. Keep rolling your shoulders forward to separate right around that spine. And we're going to lower our hands down towards our lap. Let's look up with our chin and open our arms wide. Opening the chest here, stretching up through the neck. Good. Now we're going to reach for our toes. Bending at the waist, I want you to stretch your lower back. Keep your head above your heart. Loosen up that lower part of your back. All right, we're going to slowly lift our body up and reach up above your head towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and up. And exhale, bring those arms down. And you are done. All right, nice work, everybody. Great job today. Everybody feel okay? Tired? A little tired? We did a lot of work today. We barely took any breaks. All right, well, thank you so much for coming. Have a good rest of your day. Keep up the good work, and I hope to see you all next week. And thanks for joining me at home, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye now.